My trip to North Queensland was made all the more comfortable by having a Mike Carney Toyota RAV4 to get about in. Well, I'm cruising along the open road and they're so comfortable, plenty of legroom in the back, but where they are really good is in and around town. You can zip in and out of car parks, it's so easy to park. Electronic power steering, they've really got the light CD player, air conditioning, and as with all Toyotas, they've got a fantastic arrangement of electronics, ABS, vehicle stability control, electronic brake distribution, you name it. It's got all the bells and whistles. I'm just heading off to catch up with Andrew Tobin from James Cook University, and he's heavily involved with an acoustic tagging program, one of my favourite fish, and that's the mighty Spanish mackerel. The research gathered from the tagging program will help estimate how much protection the Spanish mackerel are getting from the current, Great Barrier Marine Park. And that's your job, isn't it, the big fella? That's what you're here for. You're going to try and...
That's what we're attempting to do, Michael. You're right. I mean, Spanish mackerel are a very popular fish for both commercial and recreational anglers, and by its very nature, it aggregates a lot, and aggregating fishes can be prone to over-exploitation at times.
Aggregation means fish schooling to you and me, and it's this behaviour that makes this research so important.
Up in northern Queensland, they aggregate in large numbers to spawn. That's been known for a very long time, has been a basis of a very important commercial fishery since about the 1940s. And there has been some concern previously that fishery has been possibly fully exploited, meaning no more, you don't want any more fishing effort into that fishery, into that area. What we hope to understand is that there was a raft of new marine parks brought in 2004 as part of the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park zoning plan. And those new marine parks will certainly offer some level of protection to those aggregating Spanish mackerel. What level of protection that is, we don't currently know.
The key to the program is an electronic tag which constantly transmits data on the fish's behaviour.
And that signal that sends out is a unique identifier, so you can identify every individual fish that you tag. So when these mackerel travel around and they'll stop maybe for a week or two in one area, their presence in that area will be recorded. When they move to another reef, the receivers in that area will pick them up. So from an individual fish, you may recapture it thousands of times during the project. So it gives you some really fine-scale information about how these animals go about their business, whether it be aggregating or moving or feeding or spending time within fish zones versus non-fish zones.
Catching the mackerel to tag means a lot of trolling for Andrew and his research assistants, but not exactly trolling as you and I know it.
This is a slight modification on one of the more traditional, I guess, commercial methods, where you've got a lead head or wog head that comes down over the nose of the bait. Basically gets it down a little bit, not terribly deep, a couple of feet at most. And usually followed by that is a ganged hook rig, but today I'm just using a small stretch of wire, single hook, which has had the barb removed from it.
With each acoustic transmitter worth $400, it's important to get each fish tagged with minimum injury, and when a fish comes in, it's all hands on deck. The boys have actually entrusted me to put the tag in, so I better not muck it up, make sure we get this tag in the right spot. Efficiency here is so important because mackerel are known to be prone to post-release mortality.
That's why we're using some of the more industrial commercial fishing gears, the deck winches, get them to the boat as quickly as possible, leave them in the water, barbless hooks, beautiful tag shot, and then let them go. Yeah, generally within 60 seconds between hook up, tag, release, so they're in really good nick.
To find out more about this and other important fisheries research programs, go to frdc.com.au. Through the Fisheries Research and Development Corporation, this fantastic program of acoustically tagging Spanish mackerel is going to ensure that there's great numbers not only for the commercial fishery, but for the recreational fishery as well. And I know as a recreational fisherman, I'm pretty happy about that.